Or what?
I fixed it. Okay, y'all ready? Hi, everybody. So now it should look good, right? Oh, God. We got 183 people on TikTok. Everybody come to YT. Somebody drop the link.
What's YT?
You can't say that on there, or they'll turn the. What do you mean? What is YT?
Young Tony?
YouTube.
Oh.
You're not supposed to say it on TikTok.
Oh.
Hi, everybody. Everybody.
Would I be considered like your YT? Since you older than me?
I'm like barely older than you. Okay, say something. What do you want to say?
You seem like all my drawers getting too little.
That's why I don't want to do it.
Every time I get
for real.
Like every time I get some drawers, it like about 2 weeks they be too little.
Is you gonna take this serious or not?
I'm be me, bro.
But why you gotta talk about your drawers?
Don't keep trying to put me on these cameras, and I think I ain't gonna be me. I'm gonna be me on these cameras, man.
That's wild. Thank you so much. They say I look pretty. Okay, everybody on TikTok, come to YT. They said, is this true? Did you turn your life around? Shannon, don't start reading them.
Over the time, like this how I used to be at court.
Oh, do y'all see my shirt? Look, I wore this shirt for y'all.
No, that's the shirt right there.
This is my
that's the
day after.
That's the smell t-shirt?
No, that's the dress was great.
Oh,
this is the day after.
Yeah, this shirt right there. I need to put on me a try out here.
This is my ex parte shirt. This was the day after the ex parte. I was cute on the ex parte day, and I wasn't on camera. And then the next day, this is the only thing I had, and I was on camera. Mm-hmm. You remember what it had on the day of the ex parte meeting? Mm-mm. A pink suit.
Pink, yeah.
With a flower.
I remember.
Like, Shannon, you still.
I was counting the day though. I ain't gonna lie to you. I was counting the day.
Okay, so today we are here to celebrate 1 year. Yay. And yes, that's right. This is the shirt it is, Shannon. The You Fired shirt. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what it is. Uh-oh, your baby crying.
So
what are you trying to do?
How I put it on my thing on this?
Hmm.
How I tap the YouTube on there?
You can't do it on there. I don't think I couldn't do it on there. Or you just do. Yeah, it's a way to do it, but I forgot. I got on the You Fired shirt, y'all. Okay, y'all ready for this? So once again, we are here because it's been a year. I remember it actually. What's the actual date? It was in November still. You know, the days are a little different each year, but it was the Wednesday after Thanksgiving. That's correct. Interesting. Not making so much noise. So we were thinking, like, what can we do to just celebrate 1 year and celebrate with you guys? And I was like, well, you never really reviewed any of the trial crazy moments. Maybe we can do that with them. No one's really heard from you about that. And I just want to tell everybody, this is not an interview. I don't know if he's going to do an interview or not. He said he's going to do an interview. I don't know. That's something. This is just for fun. So we're going to have fun.
Interview on the way.
Okay, so what we're gonna do
How
is
many people got on here?
almost 300.
All right.
And
1,000 people I'm going to interview in 2 weeks. 1,000 people I'm going to interview in 2 weeks. I'm gonna tell you. Well, I'm gonna tell you who my interview gonna be with. But interview
speak
gonna
up,
come
but he
true.
can't hear you.
Interview gonna come true.
And see, this what I was telling you. I need my computer plug. The plug over there.
No, give it to me.
No, I'm
This is
saying
my room. I know what the plug is. Like, give me the thing. Give it to me.
you
Just give it to
I'm
me.
talking about the actual plug, sweetheart. The plug,
What plug?
not the outlet that goes in the computer.
Okay, why you didn't get it?
You always-
What time is it?
It's 7:24. All right. So the first, okay, and also he said that he wanted you guys to he wanted you guys to, if you had some moments that you wanted him to review, I could try to pull them up real quick. But he said if you guys had some, he wanted to go over those with y'all too. But the block is in the wall. Poor Shannon. So if you guys had any moments you wanted him to review, let us know. Okay. Everybody on TT come to YT. And y'all know I'm locking my hair. So I got these braids, but I got micro locks, sister locks right now. And so there I got them in a braid style. And the Africans did this for me. Mine's or his. We are gonna be playing the clips. We are gonna be playing the clips. I don't know why the sound is low. Maybe y'all just need to turn it up. And y'all know what we do over here. So if you got a specific thing and you want it to stand out, send it with a super chat. We'll take all amounts, all amounts of super chats if you want to, if you want to, if you want him to review something or answer a question. But this is, like I said, this is not an interview. We're just having a little bit of fun. Well, I'm waiting on him to come back.
Best tips for comparing auto insurance.
I said it's in the wall right there. I don't know. I didn't know that's what you was walking out the room for until I heard you do it. Okay, this is the first one. So thank you so much for the super sticker. So the first reaction we're gonna do. What? I'm gonna have to excuse myself and go make me some coffee and put some espresso in there.
What?
Because this is crazy.
What's crazy?
This is really crazy. Like we should have been more prepared.
You just need your charge to get it to me.
What you want?
Yeah, what's the charge?
You gonna put yours on TT for your people?
GT on there. GT.
My phone is charged actually. Okay, we're gonna start at the beginning. So this is he said this was one of the things he wanted to talk about. If we can get him to sit down. When he sit down, I might have to get up and go make my drink, y'all, because I can't do this sober. You ready? Okay, let's let him get. He's setting up his TikTok, y'all. Okay, so what? Oh my god, you are just determined to expose me,
You exposed my side a little bit.
and you put. Oh my god, what is going? I don't know what he's messing with mine. We're never gonna stop. We are never gonna
It's
stop.
not even 8 o'clock yet.
It's 8 o'clock Eastern time.
Oh.
And that's it. They said Shannon sit down. I'm ready. That's why I said I'm ready, guys. Okay, make sure you guys are. If you on TT, you come over to YT. Drop the link. We got a lot of people on TT, so y'all should be able to hear. But you can't. Oh yes, it's so many ones. Make sure y'all super chat, even if it's $1.99. Super chat the idea so that because they're going so fast. So you see it. Let me hear him push start. Okay, so y'all know I can't play. Shannon, can you scoot yours over a little bit? Because one wrong move and I'm exposed.
Oh, y'all be on court?
Yeah. At least I got on shorts, but dang, I wanted to look professional. Okay. So here we go. Y'all know I can't play videos on TikTok, so come to YT if you want to watch the clip. If not, you can just listen. And yes, I'm dressed up. This is my shirt I wore the day after the ex parte meeting that went viral. I had 2 outfits that went viral. This is one of them. I had to wear that for y'all. Okay, y'all ready?
Now, this is the law of the jungle, as old and as true as the sky. And the wolf that shall keep it may prosper, but the wolf that shall break it must die. As the creeper that girdles the tree trunk, the law running forward and back. For the strength of the pack is the wolf.
He ain't passing some other picture.
And the strength of the wolf is the pack.
The wolf is not who run a pack.
Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen, for being patient. Thank you so much for being honest during this very lengthy process that preceded this point here today during the voir dire process. I appreciate you all being here, exercising your civic duty, and honoring your obligation to pay close attention to what's going on in this courtroom for the next several however many weeks.
That's this that you didn't like.
Some people like to say that opening statements are a roadmap to what the trial will show.
Right, you gotta be quiet.
Instead, I'm going to give you an overview, a bird's eye view, because you're going to be sitting here with the evidence for the next several weeks at least. And you will be able to see what that evidence is. Nothing that I say to you during this part of the trial, and nothing any other attorney says to you during this part of the trial is evidence. But I can tell you what I expect the evidence to show.
Well, how you gonna tell
And
me?
what I expect the evidence to show in this case is that YSL,
I can log off mine.
Why you
the
wanna
group made up of the defendants sitting before you today,
Look, more coming.
along with other both
You
indicted
gotta pay
and
attention to the
unindicted
video.
co-conspirators,
Okay.
No, word for word.
Okay.
YSL operated as a pack.
What's next? Since you know word for word, what's she finna say?
We the worst people in the world.
What's next? So you know word for word. So what's next?
They the worst people in the world, and I need y'all help to give justice to these families, the world. Like, come on, bro. I know what's going on, bro.
Don't. Okay, you asked me to play this. You done watching this one?
They not done.
Okay. They said how I put it on. Hold on.
They can't hear it.
No, they want me to put it on.
Max Sharp.
No, they want me to put it on faster. Make it play faster.
Yeah, I got it right here.
The quote that I read to you earlier is from one of my favorite books as a kid, The Jungle Book. In case anybody recognized it, those were Rudyard Kipling's words and not mine. But they are appropriate for where we are today.
They said 1.2.
For 10 years and counting, the group calling itself Young Slime Life dominated the Cleveland Avenue community of Fulton County. They created a crater in the middle of Fulton County's Cleveland Avenue community that sucked in
They want you to skip
the
this.
youth, the innocence, and even the lives of some of its youngest members. Now, the evidence is going to show that this group started out as a group called Rock Crew. And Rock Crew stands for Raised on Cleveland. The evidence is going to show you that Rock Crew, in fact, is a criminal street gang. It's not the kind y'all are used to. If you're more familiar with the national gangs, such as the Bloods and the Crips that operate in LA or in Chicago. But make no mistake about it, Rock Crew is and was a gang. It consisted of 3 or more members with common identifiers, signs, colors, linguistic choices that committed crimes on behalf of and in furtherance of Rock Crew itself. That particular organization aligned itself under an umbrella of a larger, more traditional street gang called Sex, Money, Murder, Bloods. They adopted the nomenclature. They would do things like replace C's in words with the letter B, because traditionally Crips and Bloods were not aligned with one another. So Cleveland Avenue became Bleveland. Some of you may have indicated during voir dire you've heard or are familiar with the Cleveland Avenue lyric. Maybe you've even heard of Cleveland Avenue Day. The evidence will show that this is where that comes from. The evidence will also show that sometime in 2012 or thereabouts,
Like,
and in
this shit made me feel like anger though, because what is you talking about? Because when you go farther, it's like you say these
Go ahead.
these people are
What? Why you not saying nothing?
I don't want to say that, but man, it just had me angry because you don't even know a nigga to be even just putting a nigga down like that. I just don't like her ass.
You're not even saying nothing.
What am I supposed to say?
Like, this is exactly what I knew you was gonna do. Why? What was the problem with it? I mean, how did you feel watching it? That's what they want to know. What was you watching while you were sitting there? What was you thinking?
Like, what the fuck is you talking about, lady?
Okay, what about this?
Ms. Copeland, go ahead and approach witness stand. Before you sit down, if you would turn and face Deputy Hand, be sworn as a witness.
You swear affirm testimony to the report of the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, help.
This day,
May you see, you state your first and last name with the spelling of both, please.
You say it again?
State your first and last name with the spelling of both, please.
Wait,
Kenneth Copeland.
because it's like
Mr. Copeland, do me a
You
favor.
don't
Pull
want
your
me to
chair
play
close
it?
to the
I mean, if they
microphone.
want to hear it, then
I'm saying you're supposed to be reviewing the video.
do you think they want to hear that? Ask them, do they want to hear that? Ask them.
So you don't want me to play videos? You just want to talk?
Ask them, do they want to hear it? Do they want to look at what?
Just go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I want to know what they want.
Just go ahead.
I can't see the comments. Do y'all want to see Woody?
It's not about that. You supposed to be saying you supposed to be talking about the video.
I
Go
can
ahead.
go right now, but
Go ahead. Start reading the comments. Go ahead.
when Woody came, I felt betrayed. I felt. Oh, go ahead, play it. You gotta understand, I done seen this shit from front.
But what you're doing is a reaction to the video. So that means you gotta play the video and then do a reaction. See, that's what I try to tell you.
And speak directly into it so we can all hear you. So if you could say and spell your first and last name for the record, please.
Kenneth Copeland.
Spell it, please.
KENNETHCOPELAND.
All right, thank you, sir. All right.
And Mr. Copeland, good afternoon. Do you want to be here?
Ma'am,
Do you want to be here?
I'm here.
Okay. Wait, are you gonna let me ask you some questions?
Okay.
How old are you?
Grown.
Okay, what does grown mean?
I'm an adult.
Okay. And when you said you're an adult, what number in years are you?
I plead the fifth.
Ladies and gentlemen, can I get you to step outside to your headquarters jury deliberation, please? Room.
All right, for yours.
Okay, now there you go. Now tell us what you was
Okay.
thinking when that happened.
So when Woody first came, I felt betrayed. Like, man, it's crazy. Remind y'all, I didn't know about all these interviews. I knew Woody went the first time and was like, hey, I ain't got nothing to do, did that in the third. I was here, did that in the third, woo, woo, that's it. So when Woody name, cause you know, like, just cause of the person name on the witness list don't mean that they come to court. Some people, a lot of people was on that witness list, didn't come to court. So when Woody walked in there, first my lawyer told me, well, hey, you know, woo, outside. I'm like, man, crazy. Then when I really seen him walking there, it's like, dang, bro, this like my real man's. Like, this my real man's. Like, this used to be my right hand man. So when I see him walk in there, it like, wow, hurt, betrayal. Like, I was so angry, like my face was on fire. Like, and then when he sit down and they go to ask him what they asked him, I'm like, okay.
Shannon,
What
did you think about this part when he played the fifth?
when they sat down, he
Okay.
asked him 2-3 questions.
Okay, go
Just
ahead.
chill, sit back. You in the passenger seat, bro. Just relax. So when they asked him what they asked him, I felt like, okay, so he on same page. Like, he ain't on that tight time. So I sat back.
Shannon, stop reading the comments and talk.
I'm through. What you mean?
So I'm saying, when he played the fifth, what you think was going to happen next?
When he played the fifth, I just said, I feel like he was on the same page.
And then that's it?
What else I could think?
Okay, next thing.
Go, come sit down.
I got to go downstairs right quick. I'm going to play the next one. I want to know, how did you, I'm going to skip around.
Ever heard of 30?
You said, have I ever heard of 30?
All right,
How did
it's
you
Monday
feel when
morning
he
now,
came in this
and
outfit?
I need to
That's
find
my
out
way.
from you what your intention
How
is
did
with
you
regard to
how did you feel when he came with
whether
a full suit on?
you were going to
He felt like
testify
he
in
was
this case.
preparing for a
You have
funeral.
been granted immunity so that
I thought he had
the
a
privilege
funeral.
of self-incrimination
I
is
told
no
Matt, I said,
longer
he might be
relevant
getting
because the
ready
state
for a
can't
funeral.
use
That
anything
motherfucker started
that you might say in answer to their
shoulders.
questions or any other questions against you.
The goddamn suit
And
stand up
you
by
have
itself,
been
man.
instructed
The
with
suit
the benefit
stand
of
up by
counsel
itself.
as to the consequences if you don't testify. So I'm asking you now what your intention is.
Okay, this is the
Mass
first day he
me.
came back.
You can answer my
Look at that
question,
motherfucker.
please.
That motherfucker come right automatic.
So you're under subpoena.
I know
The
that's who they
statement
come out
intends to
of
question you. Are you going to answer any of those questions? Are you going to testify in this case?
Hey, you.
Well, I've been pressured from the get-go. You know what I mean? Like, even when I went to the meeting with Glanville, I have told him over and over and over and over. You know what I mean? This is on my conscience. I got to keep respecting myself every day because I've been dragged down here because of lies that I don't told. I'm tired of y'all bothering me.
Okay, well, I'm sorry that you're tired of being bothered, but you're under subpoena. It's a valid court order. So your decision at this point is, yes, I will abide by the subpoena and testify, or no, I will not abide by the subpoena and the immunity order, and I will be held in contempt for my refusal and put in jail. So which is your decision?
But I did the time for all my crimes that I was caught for.
Sure, this would not be any kind of punishment for any crimes you may or may not have committed. This would be that you have been ordered by a court to testify, and if you refuse to testify, you're held in contempt. You're saying, I refuse to listen to the court's order and obey it. And it is not a punishment, it is an incentive to have you change your mind and obey the court order. So which is your decision?
Can you explain it to me?
So we talked about
It's
it.
the same thing that Glanville doing to me?
It is the same order that is still in control. You have a subpoena for your testimony. That is a court order. You also have a court order that says anything that you say can't be used against you, other than if you get on the stand and lie and it amounts to perjury, you can be charged with that or with false statements. But if you refuse to testify altogether, when you're under a court order to do that, then that is considered contempt because you're saying, I don't care what the court has ordered, I'm not going to do it. And then you'll be put in jail through the end of this trial.
So
Or until you decide, you know what, I think I will testify after all.
So let me, Young, I'm telling you to your face. You just said that something about they can lock me up tonight. I'm telling you to your face, this is all I do. And you're telling me that they can lock me up if I lie. But if I sit here and testify, so the E-way going to jail.
No, not with regard to anything that you might testify to that might otherwise admit to a crime or admit to your involvement in a crime. That's what the immunity order does. And I'm sure Mr. Melnick has explained this to you, and I know I've explained it previously. But none of that is going to result in you being put in jail because they cannot.
Okay, so did you know what immunity was? Did you understand what type of immunity he had?
Yes.
Okay.
Max was the type of lawyer that explained everything. So when it came to like things that was going on, Max would explain when the time came. But I mean, I already knew what immunity was, but he explained to me his immunity.
And what was your understanding of that?
That he can admit to everything except killing one person.
Okay, but do you understand like what his immunity was for real?
What you mean?
Like that it was forced immunity?
Oh,
Did you understand that?
no.
That's what they want to know. Like he didn't have a choice.
No, I didn't understand that
Like
part.
he had the type of immunity where the prosecutor is forcing immunity on him. He didn't ask for it because they felt like it was the benefit for his testimony was so beneficial that they can make him testify.
What one?
Huh?
You said what?
The DAs. What you mean? Which one?
You said his what?
His testimony was so beneficial to the community that he didn't have a choice.
Yeah.
So that was forced immunity.
Okay.
So he didn't really even. That was the whole point of the ex parte. It would have been legal if they would have just been explaining that to him. That would have been a legal ex parte meeting to just take him and explain to him what type of immunity he had. But when they started getting into other things and coercing him, that's when it became illegal. And they should have notified. Either way, they should have notified the defense if it was a proper or improper ex parte. But like pretty much. So that's what the judge is explaining to him. What type of immunity he had right then.
All right.
And that's why he's saying, so you telling me even though X, Y, and Z, I still have to testify.
Yeah.
And then somebody said, You talked about how you felt when he pled the fifth, but how did you read that? How did you feel when he decided that he was gonna go through with the testimony?
Confused. I ain't know what to expect because me knowing Woody, you don't know how Woody will wake up the next day. Woody is a unpredictable person. Like, I ain't saying that as a bad way or a good way. I'm just saying like he an unpredictable person. Like you can't really just pinpoint how he gonna come. So however he feel, that's how he coming. Like the day he can feel like, boy, y'all deserve to be free. And tomorrow he can feel like y'all don't love me. Y'all wasn't there for me. Or however. And that like however he feel, that's how he gonna come. Like that's how he gonna come. Like no matter how it go, who you is. However you feel, that's how he come.
Okay, thank you so much for the super chat. Okay, so we can watch my somebody asked this. How did you feel when Kayla was on the stand and the judge acted like she didn't know what a meeting was?
I mean, but it's stuff before that.
Like what? What you mean? It don't gotta go in order.
Oh.
They just asking a question. How do you feel?
When you was on the stand, what?
And you act like you can.
Glanville was what? You
Not
talking
it-
about Glanville?
No, Whitaker. I was on the
I
stand.
don't remember that. Whitaker act like she didn't remember?
No, I acted like I didn't know what an ex parte meeting was.
With Whitaker?
Yeah, when I said when she asked
Whitaker
me,
called you back?
no, I never testified with Glanville. I testified with Whitaker.
Okay, and you act like you ain't know what it was?
I'm gonna show you it.
Yes. Have you read the transcript to the ex parte meeting?
Yes.
I'm not sure if that is already an exhibit in this case, Your Honor.
It is, it's a part of the record as a transcript.
Okay.
It's been filed in honesty into the case.
Okay.
So I don't think it needs to be an exhibit unless you want to make it an exhibit for the purposes of this hearing, but it's in the record.
Okay. I'll just be referring to that transcript. So have you read the transcript from the June 10th ex parte meeting?
Yes. I'm gonna fast forward.
And were there...
It was her part, and then she
Copy.
takes over.
Yeah. It's sitting right up here.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Did she go here? Oh yeah. Okay. Max. Okay, now.
I don't recall.
I don't recall.
Do you recall what you were asked do you recall testifying that Judge Glanville gave you both a perjury statute, copy of that, and a copy of the immunity statute?
Yes.
Okay. Do you recall what question you were answering when you made those statements?
Told you to chill.
The question that I was answering was, did Judge Glanville give me something to hand me a statute or hand me anything in a meeting?
And you don't recall him asking whether Judge Glanville handed Mr. Copeland anything?
Objection, asked to
Yes. Thank you.
I mean, I'm not sure we've got a clear answer on it, but does it matter?
If she, there's a reason that I'm asking the
All
question.
right, well, go ahead. You can ask it again because I don't think anybody's clear on it yet.
Do you recall being asked today whether Judge Glanville ever handed Mr. Copeland anything?
I believe that I just stated that he handed me two things.
Ms. Bumpus, I don't think she's asking you about what happened. I think she's for some reason asking you about the question that was asked to you on direct.
Do you recall being asked Judge Glanville gave Mr. Copeland anything?
So, do you remember this part?
I don't recall.
Okay. At the time that you were called to the meeting, you already knew that Mr. Copeland had been granted immunity, correct?
Incorrect.
Okay. At the time that you assumed representation of Mr. Copeland, you were aware that he had been arrested, though, right? You knew that Mr. Copeland had been arrested.
No.
Okay. At the time
Yeah,
that
he wasn't
Mr.
arrested yet when
Melnick
called me.
spoke with you about standing in his stead on that Monday morning, did you learn during that conversation with Mr. Melnick that Mr. Copeland had been arrested?
No.
At what point did you learn that Mr. Copeland had been arrested?
After he had been arrested.
Was that before or after the Monday morning meeting?
Objection, Your Honor. You asked us to just focus on the content
Exactly.
of that meeting. You asked me to not get far
And that's
from
what
that.
I
and we're
didn't
getting
like.
far,
She got to talk
far,
about
far
all
from
kind of stuff.
Your
but
Honor,
Yeah, what does
Judge
this have to
Whitaker let
do
her-
with whether or not some off the record discussion that Ms. Hilton was privy to occurred?
Your Honor, the reason I was asking about the giving to Ms. Bumpus the statutes is that
Anyway, moving on. But
Sheriff's Office, I left the first.
So to the question,
Can I answer that with a non-yes or no question, Judge?
With a what?
this is when she asked. You hungry?
Body cameras out here.
Me.
I can claim all of
hey,
What about his,
ain't grinding this
do you
bubble.
recall what specific? Okay.
In there, but some.
Some amount of time, the three of you being Miss Bumpus, you, Miss Love, and Judge Glanville?
Yes.
All right, and then tell me when that changes and it becomes more or fewer of you in that room.
Let's see. Let's start right here. This is what
Very brief, but no.
Okay, but you said,
The whole conversation was them interrupting each other.
So did he ever interrupt her to give her more information or to tell her what it was about the affinity that he knew?
No.
This when Judge Whitaker finna do it. She finna get mad and take over.
When you said, Adrian said, Judge, close your ears. Did you mean to say Adrian said, Judge, close your ears?
Yeah.
You?
Yeah.
Yeah, you.
Okay. At what point are you alleging, are you saying, does your memory tell you that I told the judge to close his ears?
I don't really remember exactly what was saying. I don't know if it was you and Simone in there, but something about we were having a conversation. Me, you, and Miss Hilton were having a conversation about, I don't remember what we were talking about. And you said it, and then you said, Judge, close your ears.
And what did I say after I said, Judge, close your ears?
I don't remember.
all right, so then it's now your recollection that there was a point in time when you, Miss Love, Miss Hilton, and the judge were in there and Miss Love was talking.
Judge, I said that she never talked while Mr. Copeland was in the room.
Okay, and you don't even remember really whether she was in there or not when Mr. Copeland was in the room.
If she was,
She Miss Love.
it was very brief, but no.
Okay, but you said before, I thought, that there was maybe a 2-minute time when you, Miss Hilton, and Miss Love were in a room together.
Yes, that's what I'm referring to.
Okay, so that was in front of also Judge Glanville? Because you just said it was, so I'm trying to get clarity.
Here's the clarity. He wasn't at the table with us as normal. He was turned around on his computer, but still inside of his office.
Okay. So when did this occur during, so we have the beginning of the ex parte being Miss Love, all of y'all are standing outside in the ante room and Miss Love says, Judge, can we talk to you for a minute or something to that effect? And then who all gets up and goes into Judge Glanville's chambers.
Simone has left to go to do something at that point. So it's just me and Adrian Love.
Okay, and who else?
And the court reporter. And she says maybe her investigator. I can't remember.
Okay. And so the three of you talk for some amount of time.
Yes.
The three of you being Miss Bumpus, you, Miss Love, and Judge Glanville.
Yes.
All right. And then tell me when that changes and it becomes more or fewer of you in that room.
The first person to join us is Simone when she comes back from court.
Okay. And is that at the same time that essentially the same time that Mr. Copeland also joins you?
Maybe within a minute or so. They don't come in like at the 8.
Okay, so they come in essentially together. And where's Miss Love at that point?
She leaves when Miss Hilton comes, but she does stay for, like I said, there's a brief conversation with me, Miss Hilton, and the judge.
And the judge?
Well, in the judge's chambers. The judge is not.
With you, Miss Hilton, Miss Love, but it's not a part of the proceedings yet because the judge didn't even pay attention. He's over there working on his computer.
Yes.
And what do y'all say at that point in time?
I don't remember what the conversation
Anything of substance?
It was about maybe plea deals. I remember she said to me.
She who?
Adrian Love. I remember she says, which I can't forget this. I don't know who's worse, you or Jacoby.
What?
That was the thing. That was the nature of the conversation.
Say that again.
She said, she tells me she doesn't know who's worse, me or Jacoby.
Me or Jacoby?
Yeah.
Jacoby Hudson?
Yes.
What does it have to do with anything?
I don't know.
It has nothing to do with this case.
So that's what we're talking about. Yes, what we were talking
Okay, so something that had nothing to do with this case.
And then something comes up about, I don't know if it's plea deals. I don't know. It was something about this case where she says, Judge, close your ears.
Okay. So this is before y'all kind of gone back on the record. The judge isn't paying attention anyway. He's in the room, but he's over at his computer. Y'all are over at his conference table. Is that what your recollection is? Y'all are talking about entirely other things. And then Miss...
I wouldn't say entirely other things, but we're not talking about the Mr. Copeland.
Or the case. If you're talking about Jacoby Hudson, you're not talking about the case.
No, we're talking about the case. She's talking about, I guess she's talking about the reference to me hugging people. I don't know. But we were talking about the case.
Okay. Anyway, and then at some point, Miss Love, to your recollection, says, Judge, close your ears because she wants to talk to you about a plea deal.
I don't know exactly I don't remember exactly what she was talking about, but it was something pertaining to
the same thing. It's stressful.
The case. And
okay,
she doesn't want to talk to me about a plea deal because I'm not a defendant.
Right, that wouldn't have made any sense.
But she was discussing something pertaining to the case, and she says, "Ooh, Judge, close your ears."
Yeah.
And how long does that conversation go on?
Like two. That's the 2 minutes I'm talking about.
Okay. And then what happens to Miss Love?
She leaves.
She leaves. And then when do y'all go back on the record?
Immediately.
Okay.
Well, no, I talked to Mr. Copeland for a second.
Okay. Privately or? Okay. And then y'all go back on the record. And then does the record reflect everything the record reflects accurately? Other than whenever this conversation between you, Miss Hilton, and Mr. Copeland allegedly occurred?
Yes.
Okay. Do you have a copy of the transcript in front of you at this point?
Yes, sure.
Can you kind of point out where this conversation allegedly occurs?
It's somewhere around page 40.
I don't know. I can't find it, but we're not finna keep watching it.
Okay.
Right.
But she pretty much
Between 39 and 40.
When did I realize I was in? And she,
Okay.
but she goes also. It's a good
Can I
point. She's
just
like,
get,
so you don't know what the ex parte
between
meeting is?
39
And I was
and
like,
40,
no. She said,
there's
when do you
lines.
realize you were in?
Well,
the
it was
ex parte
like
meeting?
off the record,
I
so
said, when Brian came and asked me what,
I want to know exactly which line it
like,
starts.
you don't know what
at.
ex parte meeting is? I said, no. Everything was just
Okay, but you had represented previously that Judge Glanville was not in the room at that point in time.
I remember when they was
Yes, he was asked to leave.
Okay.
Like,
So the
like,
him being
I didn't
asked to
know what
leave
was
isn't
going on.
reflected.
Because it happened so fast.
Yeah.
Is that right?
It just started. It wasn't like they was like, oh, we about to have a meeting. It's just like everybody just came.
Do you remember who asked him to leave?
Miss Hilton.
Okay. And that's not on the record either?
No.
And you can't remember whether the court reporter stayed or left?
I can't remember whether she stayed or left, but she definitely stopped taking it.
Okay. All right. And when did you,
Here we go.
sorry, Miss Love, go ahead. You know what? Go ahead. I'll save my questions.
Your Honor, I honestly defer to the court. Please continue. I have no.
All right. So after this conversation concludes, then what happens?
I thought she was just about to ask it.
And by this conversation, I mean the conversation you referenced that is not reflected in the record, but that takes place between you, Mr. Copeland, and Ms. Hilton. What happens after that? But if it's not in the record, it's not going to be in the record. So you just tell me from your recollection what happens after that.
That's probably towards the last 5 minutes of the meeting.
Okay.
And so we go back on the record and
So the conversation finishes. How does everybody get back in the room? And how is it that y'all go back on the record? Give me the details of that.
she just we just finished the off the record conversation and just Simone just says everybody can come back in. And then
I'm about to give up.
Yeah, just, I know. What,
okay, wait, Judge, I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
But
It's
really a good
actually
part, Shannon.
Your Honor, this court might I see.
Sorting out, oh, it's around 45 that it occurs.
because I try to
I'd like to hear it from your recollection.
have a conversation with him.
Okay. Western Brick.
You know, I don't
Private conversation
yes, sure. Tell you how
where Miss.
he's trying to figure out.
So you don't say, I want to get this on the record.
No, I just do my best to get it on the record when we go back on record. Between 47 for anything.
I ain't gonna find it, Shannon. Okay, we gotta move on.
And okay, page 51 specifically, I'm asking, I tell him he has to make.
Okay, what next?
I didn't say how I felt.
Okay, go ahead. How did you feel when but you didn't get to watch it.
I was there.
Okay, so how did you feel?
I just felt like I felt a sense of relief because a lot of y'all don't stand up and really just stand up for us. Like a lot of y'all wasn't standing up for us. A lot of y'all was just going out there just following the cricket lines that they were leading y'all to. But I like that you stood up and really let it be known that they was on the bullshit.
I mean, why you say that? How you think I did that?
How I think you did that.
How did I do that?
How did you do what?
How did I do that?
I don't know how you did that.
I'm saying, what are you saying? You saying I stood up. What makes you
Because you didn't let them
bully me?
Yeah, until goddamn saying what they wanted you to say. They
Yeah.
was trying to cover it up and
Yeah,
you
yeah.
wasn't going for it.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
you
yeah.
was letting it be known what happened, what was going on. This one right. It was okay. Cause you set it up there like
Homeowners in
it's partying bad, but it gets bad when you goddamn start doing certain shit. So I just respected that.
Okay.
It made me respect you.
It did.
Yeah.
Okay, let me show you this. All these. It's so many.
It's that one.
Where?
go back up.
Where?
Go back down.
Where?
Oh. I don't know what you're looking for.
I'm looking for this. How you feel this day?
All right.
Chat
And
stream, go to 10,000.
you had already, I guess, yesterday
Shannon,
live streamed
How you feel
from somebody else's
That's what I know I was on that.
live stream.
That's
This,
what I knew.
what is
Hey, you
that
wouldn't even
person's
believe.
name?
Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on.
Miss Sylvia?
Yeah, she's sitting in the corner.
Okay. All right, so there are an inordinate number of separate Rule 22s in this case anyway. I'm not really sure why everybody is not using the pooled
Channel
media
log on your
that is already.
You gotta
it's
send
like
super chats
8 or
under
10
my-
media organizations
on my
are using one pool, and then there's Miss Sylvia who has a separate one, and then lots of people who have the ability to take still photography, and audio.
We're answering
and
the questions that have
it's-
super
it just-
chats only.
It's a lot. It's like 8 or 9 different things. But I am not sure that yet another person doing essentially the same thing adds to the
Okay, pretty
public
much. Tell me about
access
this day.
to this person.
All right, so that day right there is the day. Okay, I had my iPad in court, so I sent a Birdie text and said, "Hey, tell them folk I want her." So the Birdie was taking too long because the Birdie was still in the court watching the court proceeding. So I sent Shaq Kokomo. I sent Kokomo. I said, "Hey, go tell Kayla I need her card, man. I need to get now holler about some more shit I got going on." So he was like, "Bro," I'm like, "Man, go do it, man. Tell her I need to holler her. Go card. Tell her I need to holler about something." So he go get the card, bring it back. She said, "Why?" I like, just tell her, "Look, case I need to holler about some legal shit." So that day, I knew for a fact, like, I got to have them folk gray dress, dragging the wagon. All I'm saying.
Come on now.
Dragging the wagon.
They can't see this. You go keep talking.
Dragging the wagon. They know what that wagon is.
What about this one?
You all are really getting yourselves cross purposes at this point in time. Sir, I'm telling you, you are at this point in time. You made some things out of nothing. I think that you're on very precarious ground at this point in time. So I'm telling you at this point in time, he's in custody. We're gonna go ahead and start. You can represent Mr. Williams. That's okay. That's fine. I'll take up the other stuff as needed, but I'm not going to take it up right now. Good. Say again? Respectfully, I will not. I cannot. Sir, you have to. Well, you're gonna have to do the best you can at this point in time, because you don't get to extort the court. That's what you're attempting to do at this point in time, sir. Yes, you are. What you're trying to do is, I'm not going forward if I don't get this. You know, it doesn't work that way, Mr. Adams. And I'm telling you at this point in time, I would just kind of govern yourself accordingly, sir. I'm telling you, as the court, under these particular circumstances, everything will come out as it should. I don't think. Sir, I don't have enough information at this point in time to address it. I don't. But I'm telling you at this point in time, there is nothing that was given, said, whatever, this morning that. Accuracy for some of the information that we. But sir, I don't even know. Your co-counsel won't even tell me who said whatever. Okay. And the challenge I'm having in this particular circumstance is that is such a violation of the sacrosanctness of the court's chambers and an ex parte conversation. You're just glossing over that.
To Superman. Kokomo was like Superman.
You're not talking about this at all.
Brian?
No.
Go to jail?
No, this is when everybody tried to go to jail. All over.
I knew right then and there we got some real gangsters on the outside.
So what happened? What was you feeling?
I felt like Superman. Like I'm talking about like Iron Man.
So
when you have stuff like that, like you got them real elites and them folk like, hey man, we gonna lay it down with our people, man. Matt, I said, Matt, you gonna lay it down? Matt said, of course, Shannon.
So did Max try to stand up too, right?
Everybody. We told
Answer this.
we told Adam, hey look, the only way we can save this situation if you sit there and say, hey, if he don't be able to come to, I'm not doing that. That right there alone, where you got to fold.
Okay.
Glanville had to fold. We made Glanville fold.
No, he didn't.
He overly fold.
He did not.
Yes, he did.
How did he fold?
Because he was finna take Brian to jail. He folded. Like, you can't take him. Because Adam said, hey, I'm not doing nothing. If home go there, I'm going there. I ain't doing nothing.
Okay, go ahead. Read the question. Read it out loud.
If Max was arrested, of course I would have shared a cell with him.
You didn't read the question.
What you mean?
Read the question.
If Max had been arrested, would you have shared a cell with him? Of course I would have shared a cell with Max if he was arrested. Were you thinking that you could see Steele in Fulton County Blues that night? I knew Brian wasn't going to jail. Bro, you wouldn't, like, I knew for a fact Brian wasn't going to jail. But it was all about the standing up. Like, so many people had folded on that. That was a big thing for me. Like, standing up, everybody in there stood up. Like, hey man, this ain't that. We ain't going for that.
Why you stop talking every time I start typing?
That was it.
This is what they want to know about. I can't spell.
Oh, uh-oh.
All right. Well, I find there to have been a violation as alleged, and again, even discounting the item number 8. What is the state's recommendation?
In full candor to the court, Your Honor, I'm going to leave it. The state is going to leave it in the full discretion of the court. Your Honor is fully aware of the conditions. Your Honor witnessed the testimony and how it affected the trial of the case, and I'm going to let Your Honor be the full steward of deciding what the penalty should be as it relates to all of the time that Mr. Sledge still has remaining on probation.
All right. Well, I know that at least I believe in the petition for revocation, the request is that the entire 30 years be revoked. Is that right?
It's not the
Or
request.
you're just telling me that's what he has at this point, although it can't be
Unlocking
all of
this.
it, right? I mean, he's been on probation for at least a couple of years, and did he serve it? What's left?
He just started on December 8th of 2023. I think he got credit for the time. I think he was in for 2 years, so he would have 26 and change or 25 and change.
I'm sorry, correct, 22.
But
Do the exact number. Come on. That would be 27 years, 7 months, and 8 days.
All right. All right, thank you. Anything else from either side?
no, Your Honor, nothing further from the state.
Your Honor, if it'll please the court, I understand the court's ruling that there is a violation. Ultimately, I guess to some degree, while it's not clearly akin to a substantive versus technical violation of probation, it is a non-violent, non-new offense kind of violation. And I would say if the court is going to violate my client, it would be more germane to treat it as a technical violation. We have expressed to the court different thoughts and reasons for the way the testimony came out. We don't know what effect, if any, one way good or one way bad, that has had. But in terms of his violation, I would ask the court treat it more as a technical. He has one grandchild on the way, one that just came early this year with Ms. Jaquila Freeman. So the point is, he has been staying out of the way. He's been complying with probation. I would ask the court to maybe consider if you want to put more restrictions and make his probation much more of a, not just something he's on, but something that now has more teeth to it because he's been working. He's been taking care of his family, he's staying out of trouble. He's turned that corner. Literally, it was always our hope he wouldn't have to come in and testify. And there was a reason the state allowed this plea to go forward so that he could step away. And in doing so, if you recall, you may have remember from his testimony, by no fault of his, he was a victim of a crime where he was shot multiple times and had to recover from that. So we would ask the court to consider some restrictions first as opposed to custody. And if you do go with custody, we would ask to consider it as a technical type of violation, not a substantive violation in which you would be authorized to give him an even greater sentence. So we would leave it in the discretion of the court, but we're asking again for a non-custodial revocation punishment.
Okay, well, I don't view it as a technical violation or akin to a technical violation, considering the solemn oath that he took when he said that he understood every term within the plea agreement, factual acknowledgments, and sentencing acknowledgments, and understood and, in fact, orally answered that he understood when both asked by the prosecutor and the court at his plea hearing that failure to abide by any of the terms would constitute a violation of the agreement, and he was notified that the entirety of his probation could be revoked. I do appreciate the fact that this particular violation is a non-violent violation, but I also appreciate the fact that some of the why this could have occurred include the fact that there is just not a proper regard for the judicial system and the seriousness with which an oath in court needs to be taken. I actually view this much more akin to perjury, frankly, than a technical violation. And the sentence for perjury is up to 10 years. I am going to revoke 5 years of Mr. Sledge's probation. And Mr. Sledge, I am sympathetic to the fact that you have generally stayed out of trouble, and I want to commend you for that. And I really hope that this revocation doesn't set you back. But
honestly,
read the question.
How did you feel when Montun was taken into custody due to his testimony? Honestly, that was like the one worst thing that Whitaker did in that whole trial. Like, that's something I didn't respect because it was plain, and he even said it to them and told Love, like, bro, you told me you was gonna be able to change this in the third when we got in court because I don't agree to this and this, that, and the third. You know what I'm saying? So it's like y'all screwed his words up and made it seem like this and made it seem like that when I just don't respect that. I don't respect that. I didn't like it. I didn't like that at all.
Nobody did.
I didn't like that at all because see, Love them trying to paint it like Montun was like a flawed individual. And honestly, he wasn't a flawed individual in this case. You know what I'm saying?
How do you feel about his lawyer?
I don't think he represented him to the highest degree that he could have. Like that wasn't right. Like he ain't even stand up. Like he one of them one. Like, bro, you ain't stand up, bro. You didn't stand up. You could have did more. Me and Max was about that time I did. Like, bro, you could have did more. I'm so angry. I'm telling Max, like, when it was all going on, like, Max, man, tell this person this. Go tell him to do this for his client. Go tell him that this don't supposed to be going on. And Matt's like, he a lawyer, Shannon. He supposed to know this type of thing. But you're right. Like, I ain't respect that though. Don't stand up guy.
Somebody said this.
Apart from Bruce Harvey being a troublemaker, is he is which lawyer? What?
The troublemaker he is.
Oh,
Then they should have put a
period.
comma.
A comma up here. Which lawyer
Or period
would handle
judge.
jail the best? Brian.
You don't think Max would have handled jail good?
Max would have been talking my ears off. I would have never went to sleep. Max would have been telling me, Shannon, do you think you should be sitting up in the bed like that? Don't you think you should be reading a book? Shannon, come on, let's go over this discovery.
Put
Shannon,
that phone up.
put that phone up, Shannon. 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 Max would have been tripping. Max would have been tripping. Max would have been tripping. If we go to court at 4 o'clock in the morning, Max would have been waking me up at
What
2.
you think Nicole would have did?
No. What Nicole?
Westmoreland.
No deal.
She wouldn't have been good in jail?
No.
Okay.
Fortunately, it's my job to further tax the patients in court.
What's that?
Yeah, I have a motion to strike the testimony of Investigator Viverito as well as any evidence that came under her. And the reason I make this motion, Your Honor, is
Oh, wait, hold on,
yesterday
y'all.
it came up that she had
We've
not been.
got to take serious.
That she had been following the case. The court asked me to not pursue that. I'm not.
Come up that she had been following the case. It came up that she.
What is that?
You finna see.
Are you doing these?
Am I doing what?
You got this from this?
What? I got what from what? Yeah, I got that from that.
Bring her back in because unfortunately it's my job to further tax the patients in the court.
What's that?
She was so annoyed. She said, "What's up?"
Yeah, I have a motion to strike the testimony of Investigator Viverito as well as any evidence that came under her. And the reason I make this motion, Your Honor, is yesterday it came up that she had not been, that she had been following the case. The court asked me to not pursue that. I'm not.
Come up that she had been following the case. It came up that she knew that somebody had mentioned her on Twitter.
Okay, and your opinion would have been different if she was following the case? Because
No, if you know that she was following the case, that doesn't exclude her as a witness. You can let the jury know that.
Okay, because
You can ask her that.
I can ask her about her following the case?
Sure, and we'll see what she says.
Okay.
And if that's so, then it still doesn't exclude her testimony. It just lets the jury know, well, she may know some of this other stuff from listening to some other witness.
Okay, because what I would like to get into, and we may as well bring it up now before the jury is here, is that she got into an altercation out in the hallway with Kayla Bumpus.
Why is that relevant to the guilt or innocence? of
I'm
these
about
men?
to go there, Your Honor.
Okay.
Just let me finish a second. She got into it because she was watching Kayla Bumpus's YouTube feed about this case. And Kayla Bumpus apparently called her.
Okay, you may get into whether she has been tracking this case.
Mm-hmm.
You may not get into whether she got into a dispute with somebody
gets into
about
her-
their posts.
It gets into her bias against these defendants, Your Honor. It goes directly to it.
Max, I always
What are you going to,
Under
what are
his
you
breath.
proposing to ask?
Every time you cover that
I'm
mouth, look,
proposing
look.
to ask
Look.
if she
His
told
what?
You
Kayla
gotta
Bumpus
see.
in the
Everybody
hallway
tell
that
everybody
was the
about
last time she was going to call her a hoe. It goes direct,
That, I'm sorry, the last time who was
that
going to
Kayla, sorry for the
Man, cover
pronouns,
their mouth
that
up.
Kayla Bumpus
Man,
was going to
tear their mouth
call
back.
Investigator Viverito
We need to
a
get
hoe.
into who it was, or just that
Look
somebody,
at him.
I think we
Matt
need
look
to
like
get
he
into
got
who it
fight.
was.
Yeah. He like this.
Look at Adam. He can't.
why?
Because she's married to Mr. Jackson.
Well,
Look at me and Matt just started laughing.
was she at the time? Is this for real, y'all?
Yeah. Well, it
Had to turn my head.
None of this is relevant. Whatever is happening between Ms. Bumpus, Mr. Jackson, has nothing to do with the guilt or innocence.
Unfortunately, the bias of a witness, well,
Yeah,
fortunately, or I strike that. It is not fortunate or unfortunate, except for the fact that it is dragging this case on even longer. But a witness's bias towards a party may always be shown.
If she isn't, if she
Don't
isn't,
talk at the same time.
Caleb Bumpus is not a party to this incident. Caleb.
Yes, but if she's married to one of the parties, then that might qualify.
If I don't know, I'm not the proponent of this evidence. I'm hearing Mr. Weinstein out, but my silence should not be viewed as acquiescence that I believe this should be admitted. I need to hear what Mr. Weinstein's saying because I may have an objection myself.
what I'm saying is that if there is a relationship between Miss Bumpus and the defendant, then Investigator Viverito's bias against that.
Against being called a bad name?
No. If she is in an altercation with someone that's in a relationship with the defendant, I think, and especially if it is a threat, because
How is that a threat?
that's the last time you're going to call me a hoe. I mean, I've had clients arrested for less.
Hey.
You may ask.
Thank you, Your Honor.
No, I'm not finished with my sentence. You may ask if she is following the case and has been following the case in any kind of manner.
That was fun right there.
But it's really only relevant if she listened to the testimony of a witness.
Man, Matt's a roll.
So you could ask that. But if she's just looking at, and I don't even know if she was looking at, maybe somebody told her. So why don't we get her in here and find all of that out outside the presence of the jury before we go into something that ends up being a bunch of.
We most definitely scratch page out that day.
You said, okay, so, okay. Let's see. Somebody asked me that. Go ahead. Answer. How did you feel that day? They still want to know, how did you feel when that came out?
It was all comedy to me. Like, it was all fun and jokes. I was crying, laughing.
I wasn't. I was scared.
I'm scared of what? At this point, man, ain't nothing going on, man.
They said what happened in the hallway.
Kayla? Yeah, I was in the courtroom.
So what happened? Why was I even there, Shannon?
Come on, man.
Like, I don't know. I really don't remember. I just remember that I was in the hallway. I was talking to Ham and some other people, and she was coming off the elevator. When she came off the elevator, she's like, "Now I know Viverito. I've had cases against her. I know her." And she was just like, "You got one more time to call me a hoe." And then I kind of blacked out, and I just started cussing her out. And then I told Doug, because I know Max wasn't gonna do nothing. I tried to tell Max he ain't do nothing, so I said, "Oh, he ain't gonna do nothing. Let me tell Doug."
Doug, the one who you gonna Doug. When it comes to certain stuff, bro, Doug ain't finna hold back, man. Doug finna go up there. Hey, look, man. Doug gonna let that stuff be known.
Here you go, question.
Should the guys, not Thug, have skipped the deal? I mean, I can't say what they should have did, but if it was me, I would have skipped the deal. Because me knowing what I know, like, I just know for a fact, like, bro, y'all can't, me having them certain charges,
Keep talking.
I know, like, y'all can't do nothing with me. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all can't do nothing with me. Or, if y'all came at me with a deal and I read my agreement, my questions, certain questions I'm not finna agree to, because certain questions, bro, that ain't right. That ain't true. You see what I'm saying? Like, some questions I'm not gonna agree to, because I'm gonna still be thinking about the people that ain't getting a deal. If I'm on the account, I'm knowing like, boy, these people got these charges. I got these charges. These people got these charges. Unless it's just like, I don't give a damn about them. Then that, like, I mean, take your deal. If you don't give a fuck, but like, just on some, I'm thinking for me and thinking for everybody as a whole. Like, I wouldn't have took the deal. I would have took a deal, but it would have been like different questions.
What you mean?
YSL is a gang. No, I don't agree to that. YSL committed this crimes. No, I don't agree to that. You know what I'm saying? Like, do YSL need to come to an end or certain stuff like that? Like, no, I don't agree to that. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I ain't finna sit up and say like niggas knew what they were doing, but because a lot of people was new to this, a lot of people, it was their first time ever going through something like this. So I can't just say like, but y'all, but reading is fundamental. And if you was reading this stuff, you would have knew like, no deal. No.
Oh, somebody asked, where was y'all getting y'all clothes from?
What you mean?
Like, how did y'all get y'all clothes?
We buy the clothes. Y'all bring them down.
Somebody just said, where was y'all getting y'all drip from?
Everybody had fun, man. We go online shopping, man. Then everybody, man. Same way y'all buying clothes, man. Y'all go to the mall, go buy clothes. We go to the mall too.
Okay. Okay, before I gotta play one more thing before I play this. Cause I have never actually seen this. But this is the day. I thought you was going crazy.
Now, the law says we don't have to prove motive. You wanna know why? Because oftentimes I can't get into the mind of why someone wants to murder somebody. But here, and we're gonna talk about it, we have some evidence of motive. Any evidence of motive is for you to determine the defendant's state of mind at the time of the hearing. So you heard Mr. Evans talk earlier about parties to a crime. I'm not gonna go over all the principles again. But he gave you the example of the bank robbery, right? Everyone who is a part of the crime is responsible. So in this case, for Donovan Thomas, Mr. Kendrick, the driver. Mr. Kendrick, the state's belief, the state's theory, is that he alerted them about where Donovan Thomas was, because he was the one that had texted him. He's the one that waited 40-something minutes for the Infinity to pull up. He's the one who got out of the Bonneville and went to the Infinity. He's just as guilty as the ones who pulled the trigger. Nard and Mr. Jackson. He's just as responsible. And that's what parties to a crime says. Every person involved in the murder is just as responsible as the person who pulls the trigger, because you're all acting together. Now, we have Chanel Prince, an individual that you kept hearing about, DeMarco Boyer. And someone brought up that DeMarco Boyer isn't on the end. Well, this is the law that's going to be instructed to you. Any party to a crime who does not directly commit the crime may be prosecuted for commission of the crime upon proof that the crime was committed and that that person was a party to it, even though the person alleged to have directly committed the crime has not been prosecuted or convicted, has been convicted of a different crime or degree of crime, is not amenable to justice, or has been acquitted. Mr. Boyer's dates for another day. We're not gonna talk about Mr. Boyer today. Today, we're gonna talk about Mr. Stilwell and Mr. Kemper. You can look at presence, companionship, and conduct before and after the commission of the alleged offense. And those things may be considered by you in determining whether or not the circumstances, if any, give rise to an inference or the existence of a conspiracy. So what does that mean? You can look at what they did before, what they did during, and what they did after. And for both of those murders, we're going to talk about conduct before, conduct during, and conduct after. So let's talk about Mr. Donovan Thomas Jr. You heard from his mother, you heard from his father. He's from Atlanta, he had kids, he was in the game, but he had started to kind of try to get into the music business. And he had started doing that by, one, he had a relationship with Rich Homie Quan, two, he had just put Lucci on, YSL Lucci. So he was trying to kind of turn that market and do something different. What did you also hear about Donovan Thomas? That on the night that he was gunned down, that he was at the barbershop, getting his haircut, his brother was there, and what were they getting ready to do? Meet with their daddy and watch the football game. I think it was the Raiders and the Patriots. Don't quote if I'm wrong, but I think it was the Raiders and the Patriots. And that's what he was getting ready to do. Spend time with his father. You know that he has a biological brother, but he also has a brother, which they, Kelvin Watts, who's super close to him, that they are brothers, but not biologically, but they share a brother, so they call themselves brothers. He said he's trying to get in the music industry. That's him with YSL Lucci. That's him with Rich Homie Quan. And so much so that after his death, Lucci had a whole album dedicated to him, Long Live Nut. And we know that Peanuts was his name. Now let's go over some timelines, because I think oftentimes we focus just on the murder, but there's some things that led up to that day that is very important for you to consider as you continue to live. So we know September 2014, Rich Homie Quan's father's barbershop shooting. Now Mr. Copeland, we're going to talk about Mr. Copeland, told you on the stand here that him and Threat were.
How did you feel that when you found out Rich Homie Quan died?
I didn't feel no type of way.
Like, what was your reaction?
I don't care.
I'm saying you didn't be like, dang, that's crazy.
No, I don't care.
You didn't. It wasn't shocking.
No. Niggas die every day.
I'm saying we was all on live, like, and the chat was flooding. Rich Homie Quan died, and then I'm like, let me see if that's true. Let me see if that's true. And you were just in there. You didn't care.
Not 1%.
Why?
I don't care. I don't know this boy.
Okay.
Responsible for that. YSL members responsible for shooting up the shop. That doesn't make sense. Why lie? You could just say anybody committed the murder. If you just lying, you don't want anybody to verify what you were saying, you could have said anybody committed the murder. But that's not what they did. So there were a lot of different witnesses that came in about Donovan Thompson's murder. We're going to talk specifically about these individuals. Investigator Thorpe, he was the original detective. He doesn't know that second lady's going to lose his life. So the timeline here, this is, and I'll tell you here, this is a direct result of retaliation from the stabbing of Lucci. So when we had February 9th, Rayshawn Bennett gets stabbed in the Fulton County Jail by Jada Myrick. February 22nd, Eppinger calls Antonio Sumlin to see if he could get paid for finishing what Myrick didn't do. Then you heard about that emergency bond paperwork that was filled out on March 3rd. Then sometime around early March, the media hears about the YSL Lucci stabbing. It gets picked up on media. On March 11th at 3 a.m., two YSL associates, Christian Miller and Darius Ford, are murdered on I-75 and I-85. That same night, there's a shooting at 12 Atlanta where a YSL associate gets shot in the head. On March 12th, there's a shootout on Cleveland Avenue with Demikion Garlington and the ops. On March 12th, there's a 911 call shooting at 2830 Waters Road. March 14th, Shannon Stilwell rents the Audi A5 and puts dark tints on all the windows. March 14th, 10 o'clock is the murder of Mel Drinks. On March 16th, the shooting at Waters Road, where investigator Rita comes out. March 17th, there's a search of Waters Road where everything is taken out except for a few guns that they left behind. And then Stilwell and Nichols are arrested. Again, we talk about the state does not have the true motive, but here, ladies and gentlemen, this is motive. Again, that's that same video with Quindarius, y'all. Christian McMillan's been around since 2009. This is Mr. Wynn's long friend. old friend, good friend. And he gets murdered by YSL associates. Oh, you got to pay for that. Here we have just different pictures of them, both Mr. Ford and Mr. McMillan, all the other YSL associates. You'll have these in evidence, ladies and gentlemen. That's unfortunately the car that they were driving in when they were tragically gunned down on March 11th. So here's where the motive comes in, y'all. Just like YSL brags about doing stuff, YFN does the same thing. It's tragic. These posts were despicable. That post crossing out that young girl daddy and saying that, despicable. But that's the type of stuff that games do, right? To keep nudging each other.
Which I ain't do all that about them though. It's just like it don't make sense.
Minutes here.
None of it makes sense.
When they did nothing. And they want to tell you that some other car killed him next to Mr. Drake. It is always behind. I submit they saw what happened. And when it inched up, they looked over, was like, oh, let me get up out of Dodge. As most other cars did, except for Mr. Cheeseborough. Mr. Cheeseborough's car did not come in until 10:27, because every other car did what that car did. They drove by. That car actually waited at the red light. Versus Mr. Stilwell almost hitting traffic.
Yeah,
So this notion that he stopped at the red light, if you think to shoot and kill somebody, why are you fleeing through traffic to get on the highway at 90 miles an hour? Use your common sense. Many of y'all choose to talk to us at the end of your kid once the judge lists all the admonitions. Some of you may ask, how I get chosen? And we don't say, because you got common sense. Your common sense will tell you that when you go from 18 miles an hour to 90 miles an hour, when you see the person who you think killed your best friend, that you shot and killed him. That's just your common sense. Not some random car that pulls up behind and unfortunately may have witnessed a shooting and they don't want to be involved. Let's look at the car. The common sense is here go the bullet holes. 1, 2, 3. See, Mr. Shannon show you that. Because if you see the crime scene photos, the crime scene photos will show you that a bullet went through the door where Mr. Stilwell's car was.
Watch out, bro.
And we're talking about the gunshot residue. Wouldn't make sense. There's no muzzle flash anywhere on the video. So this is nonsense. You don't see no muzzle flash. Mr. Drake dead though. So we know the gun was fired. Let's take his theory. You don't see the muzzle flash when the other car pulls up, do you? You don't.
You ain't got that car either.
That theory makes no sense.
That don't make sense.
You have to take all the
flash and you got no.
Not just FedEx, but everything that occurred.
It make a lot of sense. The red.
Like I told you, he went from literally 18 miles all the way to 90.
She didn't start wearing bobs till I wore mine.
To 90. This is the intersection. This is a 1 minute later.
You kept them braids.
What you flee up to 90 miles per hour if you ain't killing nobody? You was just chilling. And then you go to the studio and do what you do. You brag. Because remember, they all went to the studio. And what do you say? Pop my shit. I really got options. Poor little ops. Look how they just dropped it. Poor little ops. Look how they just dropped it. Those are his words. And he just executed a man.
I can't watch no more. So okay, hold on. And I just want to know too, like,
man, that song old as hell, man. You tripping?
What, the song?
Yeah.
But I'm saying, how did you feel when after that? I mean, and this is a segue. I'm not gonna pull this up, but how did you feel when Simone told your ex to pop her ish when she said she was the prettiest girl?
I mean,
I didn't even hear that.
Female missing. You know how they be. You already getting built. And then you got you just trying to just stir up some. You really trying to make her feel good about herself and goddamn so she can try to help you. Like, man, watch out, bro. Like, them folk know what's going on. Them folk on point. Them folk having game too, man. Go on, watch out, bro. With all they trying to boost me up. You ain't boosting me up, man. Them folk having game too, man.
Okay, go ahead. So how you feel about after the closing? Tell the truth.
I was angry. I was angry because she was doing too much. Like, you just so extra, and I don't know if the folk buying this cap ass shit or what. Like, you got the juror, they tuned in. And it ain't even about the whole jury. It was that one lady. The one lady, I don't know her number, but she an older, thick lady. Matter of fact, you remember when the jurors were like,
Yes, I know.
you know what I'm talking about?
The one person.
What her number is?
I don't know.
Her. It was her husband was a police. Ex-husband was a police. Something like that, bro.
This is funny, Shannon. I'm sorry. And she started crying.
Mm-hmm. I said, wow. I said, oh my God, this is crazy, man. They believe in this lady. I ain't gonna lie, I was angry.
What's the first thing you said to me when you got out of court?
I forgot.
You did?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't.
I know I was mad. I was blowing.
You said
I was blowing from the courthouse all the way to the jail.
The very first thing you said when you got back was, "Do we got money for it?" On a peer lawyer.
I got that. I told Matt. I said, "Hey Matt, you gonna represent me on my appeal?"
He said, "Do we got money for a appeal?" I said, "Why?"
Matt said, "Shannon, we're not there yet. Relax." I'm like, man, fuck all that, bro. Is you gonna represent me on my appeal? But he said, I can't represent you on your appeal, Shannon. You have to get somebody else. I think he said he can't represent me on the case and come back and represent him for the appeal.
Mm-hmm. So, you were scared? You thought you was going down?
Until Max got up there.
Exactly. Why did you think she did a good job? Nobody else thought she did a good job.
It wasn't about doing a good job. It ain't about y'all. It was about them people in the box who I was looking at. Y'all wasn't looking at them people. I'm looking at people crying in the juror box. Crying, tuned in, shaking their head, looking crazy. That's what I'm looking at.
What face? Somebody said, "Can you do the face again?"
What face? I don't know.
Oh, the face that the face that the juror.
Oh, for real, them folks tripping over there. I'm looking at that.
Oh Lord.
Yeah. Why you couldn't do it?
Do what?
You told him, Brian?
Yeah. Okay. So.
Yeah, I think that was her. I don't know about the radio.
All right.
You doing your own voice.
All right, thank you very much. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I understand that you all have reached a verdict. Mr. Foreperson, is that correct? All right, and was it unanimous? All right, and this verdict has been filled in and signed and dated by you, correct? Oh, for each defendant. All right, I noticed that Mr. Kendrick's verdict form is dated December 2nd. Is that because that's when you all reached the verdict with regard to him? Okay. And then Mr. Stilwell's is dated today. Okay. All right, Ms. Kendrick. You have been found not guilty on all charges. Mr. Stilwell, can you please stand? You have been found guilty on count 64, possession of a firearm by a convicted felon, and not guilty on every other charge. So, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, you are officially released from further service, and I cannot express the degree of thanks that Fulton County owes you for your service. Given the length of this trial, you have paid close attention this entire time, and
Oh, Okay. So, thoughts
On what?
on
The verdict?
on that day, the whole right then. What's the first thing you thought?
Okay, first of all, I didn't know that was the verdict. They told us to come back out because they had a question. The jury had a question. So we didn't know we was getting the verdict right then and there. So we came out to answer whatever question that the jury had. So when they said we have a verdict, my heart dropped.
Mm-hmm. Because you didn't
And
know
I,
that's what was gonna happen.
yeah, I automatically went into like a daze. Like I was zoned out. Like I ain't even hear her say my name. I ain't even hear her say none of that. You can tell she say stand up. I ain't even, I'm in a daze. Like then when I stand up and she say the not guilty, I'm still in the daze because Matt had by the time Matt said something to me, that's when I step out. Oh man, I'm gone. Going home, man.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't even care about the 10. I ain't care about the 10 when cause Matt's already said, man, it's more likely we're gonna go on and take a 10 and they're gonna be it because that gun we can't get around it. So and the gun only reason we couldn't get around that because Lil D phone was tapped and he called Poker like, man, something they say Shannon got locked up. Ooh. She was like, couldn't have been nothing but the gun. He always had my gun. I got you know what I'm saying? So
No, I don't think she said. She just said it's always in the car.
she said he always ride around my gun.
Mm.
But I knew I wasn't gonna get around that gun though. But I'll talk, I'm like, shit, I ain't tripping. I take a 10 to the door. Going on. But they gonna have to give it to me. I wasn't gonna take no 10.
Did you think you was gonna get sentenced right then? I could play that part too. She right immediately.
But you gotta also come and let me tell them about
I appreciate your devotion, as I'm sure do the parties in this case. You are welcome to stay for the sentencing, or you can return to the jury room. I would like to speak with you in just a moment in the jury room. If you all do want to stay, you're welcome to stay. Is there any objection to the form or the legality of this verdict? Any from the defense? All right. All right. Is there any reason that we can't go ahead and sentence?
Oh dang, it's not on there.
All right. Good morning, everybody. We have a verdict. We have two verdicts, and I do not want there to be any kind of disruption or disturbance in court.
Oh, so let's stop right there. Tell them about what happened, the disruption and disturbance.
The families.
Of who?
I think it was I don't remember.
Drink.
I think it was Drink.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they family got up and ran out the courtroom.
They tried to stop him.
Yeah.
They was acting crazy.
Yeah, they tripping. Ran out the courtroom, all type shit.
This notice.
Yes, ma'am.
Do y'all intend to stand on that?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So the recidivist is A and C recidivist. That means that I have no discretion but to sentence to the maximum on that count. And the sentence possibility is 5 to 10. I must sentence to 10 years. However, I can probate any part of that sentence at my discretion. And so the court sentence on count 64 for Mr. Stilwell is going to be 10 years to serve 2, with credit for time served, the balance served on probation. All right, I am going to recess.
But you finally want to.
So what was you feeling right there?
I'm happy. I'm relieved. When I'll come home. That was the highlight of my life.
Your life?
Of my life.
They said What did you feel at that moment, Kayla?
What did you feel? I looked back at you.
You ain't see what I was doing?
Mm-mm.
I was sliding in the chair. They had to tell me to stop. Walker was like, Kayla, get up. Oh, fainted. I was happy.
Yeah.
Even Kokomo was crying.
Yeah, he most definitely crying.
He was so happy.
He said, Shannon, we did it, man. We did it, man. I love you, man. Man, go on, man.
Okay, anything else you want to say? Anything else you wanted to look at? Ask them. Tell them some more super chats. Talk to your people.
What I just said something before this. I need to talk about what moment?
What? You told me, was I checking out a super chat?
No, I just said something. I forgot, though.
What? Oh, your deal, they said.
Yeah, the deal. So.
You sure you don't want to say this for the interview? You can't tell it all.
All right, I ain't gonna tell y'all.
You can tell a little bit.
I ain't gonna tell you. I'm gonna wait. I'm doing the interview in 2 weeks.
In 2 weeks?
Yeah.
You do?
They ain't gonna get it in 2 weeks.
Okay.
But I'm doing it in 2 weeks. So, you know, they gotta go through it and edit and all that. But
ask them what they want to hear in the interview.
You already did.
Ask them some questions. Can we talk about how cute baby 7 is? How crybaby is? Look at him.
He's not a crybaby. He's just home.
They said, who are you interviewing with?
You hungry? You hungry?
What?
Who am I interviewing with?
They said when they getting some more music. You don't feel like making music? Why? You don't like it?
I ain't no rapper.
So why would you make
They
music?
scarred me.
They scarred you. Okay,
Yeah.
just stop talking. Interview. They said 7 has so much hair. I mean, okay, Shannon, ask them that. Anything else they want to talk about trial related?
What else y'all want to know before I go and get back on daddy duties?
They said take Kayla with you to the interview, but I can only talk when you be doing too much.
I don't be doing too much. I better be talking.
They said, who was the best lawyer off the trial?
Max Sharp.
How you enjoy fatherhood?
Awesome.
What was you eating during trial?
Everything.
And they said, make sure you talk in your interview.
I was eating Starburst.
Why was Max the best, y'all? Tell me, why do y'all feel like Max was the best? Don't answer that.
What?
None of them last 2 questions.
Shannon, you the fucking goat.
Where was that at?
You missed it.
They said, did you have an intimate relationship with Viverito?
Yeah, I hit that shit.
Oh. Where? Tell Kingston to give me the espresso martini cut water.
Overly having my way.
Espresso martini out my refrigerator. Mm-hmm. What's the super chat from earlier? Click on it, Shannon.
How you do that?
Starred.
Who?
Just go to Starred.
Where?
Next to live, right there. No, right there. Next to live. Mm-hmm.
Well, who said it? Ooh.
The other way. Right there. Click it.
The
Oh,
fact
well, we
that
kind of talked about that, but go ahead.
be quiet.
Shh. No, I said out my refrigerator. Look, go look at my little refrigerator. Hendrix, be quiet.
The fact that they still tried you over that video at the light that clearly showed it wasn't you pisses me off to this day. SB to go. What's the question?
She just said, did you see the super chat?
Oh yes, thank you. Thank you, Lou Glad.
You wanna? Look on yours. You got more people than me. I know.
Do you hear her?
Come on, tell them that's not the truth, Shannon.
That is true. I hate that shit, man.
Shannon, stop.
No, didn't pass the smell test either.
Shut up.
I ain't hear her. I don't want to come for me.
Exactly.
I was just playing Verito. You're the best attorney general ever.
She's not an attorney.
What's she at?
Probation officer, GBI.
You the best of all worlds.
Investigator.
Everything. Superwoman.
Detective.
Ooh-wee. Ooh-wee.
So, detective, probation officer, investigator, GBI, worker, Viverito. And whore.
Horoscope?
Who?
Don't do that. That shit coming. Don't do that. Op for sure. I did hear that.
Firearms expert, y'all.
Man. She looking at this right now. No, she is.
No, I don't think he can file a lawsuit. I mean, if they feel like they have probable cause, they have. I mean, it's enough for probable cause, and he also did get a guilty count. So, no. Where's the watch, Shannon?
She ain't on my wrist.
Are you having any more kids?
I don't know.
It's yes or no question.
I don't know.
Why is it? What's the hold up?
Him. I'm gonna tell y'all one moment that was like
I can play it. Tell me it.
When Dennis got kicked off the stand.
Okay, here, hold your
Man, that was hilarious. That was hilarious. Let me find it.
Okay.
What?
Go to YouTube tab.
This one?
Either one. Now push back. Push back. And then there you go.
What's his name?
Thorpe. Is that his name?
How you spell his name?
That's good.
There you go.
Now you gotta keep typing. Because you can't play somebody else's video. If you do, it gotta be only one person. Scroll down, because I might confuse one of them. Because people be doing copyright shit. You can use cats. Right here. Wait, make sure that's the right one.
Hey guys. So we are going to be doing a rewind of.
Go back. Yeah, push. Yeah, there you go. You remember what he had on today? Go back up.
That's the money.
Shoot, I'm supposed to be YouTube. Mm, let's see.
Hi guys. How is every
That was never covered. Type of highlighting, taunting, and humiliation in music.
You said, how have I seen it?
Yes.
The part where he said,
For example, the song "Get It Back in Blood." "Get It Back in Blood" is
Oh,
basically
sis.
celebrating retaliation, illustrating to anybody that I'm gonna get it back.
Oh, you can play Cuff Boys.
Here, heard clear as day. Your Honor, I'm sorry. How many times has this man testified in the trial? How long has he been I know he's a retired investigator. How long has he been an investigator? He knows he is not supposed to say that, Your Honor. I would find it. Retired investigator Dennis going to return to the stand at some point. I'm not sure if your sanction would bar that as well.
Oh, no, he won't be returned.
Okay, here we go.
No, actually, we're going to try to speak to Mr. Sharp before.
Allow the defense to cross him on what has come out now, but all of the information that he's provided this far, he has been careful. He has not
go back.
said anything today. All right. What is the state? Yes, Your Honor. The state will ask that you deny defendant's motion for a mistrial. The state would like to cite the court to swim.
Doing my objection from when we litigated these before.
Okay, it is admitted rap lyrics.
Your Honor.
And it's obviously ultimately going to be for the jury. I'm going to also show you what's been marked as State's Exhibit 545Y. Do you recognize State's Exhibit 545Y?
Yes,
And what is the State's Exhibit 545Y?
it's a post from Mr. Stilwell's Instagram.
Okay. And was that also pulled in, appeared to be, had been posted in 2015?
Yes, same date as the other picture.
Yeah, this time the state would like to tender State's Exhibit 545Y into evidence.
I'm just renewing my objection from when we litigated these before.
Okay, it is admitted, all of the objections that were made before are preserved, and as to 544Y, that's admitted, subject to whatever modification the two of you agreed to.
And preserving the objection.
Sure.
Thank you.
All right. First showing State's Exhibit 543Y. Excuse me, 544Y.
Passport.
Now, looking at State's Exhibit 1 TT, while
Oh, here we go. Why is quiet?
You know what they're doing for the picture.
This is a picture a day after he got out of jail.
Oh yeah.
A day after Mr. Kendrick got out of jail.
Now I'm supposed to know that nigga been locked up. Huh?
Right.
All right, what is the state?
yes, Your Honor, the state will ask that you deny defendant's motion for a mistrial. The state would like to cite the court to Swims v. State, which is 307 Georgia, 651, a 2020 case, Your Honor. In that case, which was the defendant's only enumeration of error, and I'm in Division 2 of that opinion, Your Honor, Swims contends that the trial court erred in denying his motion for mistrial after his character was improperly placed into evidence during Chelsea Owens' testimony. When the state asked Owens if Swims offered any reasoning for why he wanted to escape, Owens responded, and this is what the witness said in that case. I asked Swims, why would he do that? I said, why would you want to do that? He told me because they did not honor his fast and speedy trial. He was looking at getting off on a technicality because they didn't honor that. He didn't have that for his defense. He said he was doing time. He had a lot of time in West Virginia that he wasn't never going to get out. In that case, Swims' trial counsel immediately asked to approach the bench and move for a mistrial. The trial court judge overruled Swims' objection and denied his motion. The state resumed its direct examination of Owens, who then testified that Swims provided another possible motivation for attempting an escape, that Swims had murdered Clemson. I asked him, did y'all kill that child? And he told me, why do you want out of here so bad? So that was how the testimony continued. I'm going to skip down. A trial court's denial of a motion for mistrial based on the improper admission of bad character evidence is reviewed for abuse of discretion by examining factors and circumstances, including the nature of the statement.
Slow down reading, please.
Sorry. The other evidence in the case and the action taken by the court and counsel concerning the impropriety. And they cite Smith v. State, 302 Georgia, 699. A passing reference to a defendant's incarceration does not place his character in evidence. And they cite Lewis v. State, 287 Georgia, 210 at Penn site 212, Furthermore, Owen's passing reference to Swim's incarceration in West Virginia for an unstated crime was an unexpected answer to the question asked by the prosecutor, who was attempting to establish that Clemson's murder was the reason Swims wanted out of jail so bad. And it's C. Walker v. State, 282 Georgia 703. A non-responsive answer that impacts negatively on the defendant's character does not improperly place his character in issue. After Swim's mistrial was denied, the state did not inquire further into Swim's crimes in West Virginia beyond the single confirmation that his incarceration there also served as a motive for escape. Your Honor, given what occurred in this case, Your Honor, the state's intention when I asked the question, what was the significance of that picture, the state's intention was solely to talk about the fact that Mr. Kendrick was standing on that car being that of Rayshon Bennett. His mother had identified that car yesterday during her testimony, Your Honor. So it was an inadvertent response, which was non-responsive to the state's answer, Your Honor. And given that is what occurred, Your Honor, the state would ask that you deny their motion. Furthermore, Your Honor, other factors that you look at in order to determine whether or not a mistrial should be granted is the nature of the statement, other evidence in the case, the actions taken by the actions taken by the court.
The what?
The actions taken by the courts. Was the reference isolated and brief, and whether the jury exposure was repeated and extensive, and was it inadvertent? Additionally, Your Honor, within the indictments, Your Honor, we did charge Mr. Kendrick with, as one of the overt acts in this indictment, which is Act 58, and he's also charged in this indictment in count 63 of this indictment, Your Honor, of possession of a firearm by a convicted felon, previously convicted of a felony involving the use or possession of a firearm. Your Honor, so for the purpose of having to prove that count of the indictment, we will have to enter Mr. Kendrick's certified copy of his conviction, of course, with a limiting instruction that only be used against him, Your Honor. So the fact that came out during that testimony would not be substantially more prejudicial, Your Honor, given that, one, the jury has heard this indictment, and as well as this evidence will come out, at least that he was convicted, because we have to prove that portion of the indictment, Your Honor. So we would ask that the court deny his motion. All right. And we have instructed our witness, pass that as well.
Ms. Weinstein.
Thank you, Your Honor. In the Swims case cited by the state, correct me if I'm wrong, but I do not believe that was a seasoned officer that testified about the bad character. Is that correct?
I don't know if it was seasoned officer.
No, I looked. It's not.
It's an inmate, right? And I think there's a distinction between a fellow inmate and an officer with decades of experience. And it's not just I that think that. I mean, I think if you go back and look at Posey v. State, which you may have already looked at, 152 Georgia Appeals 216, there you have a case where a seasoned officer testified about bad character of a defendant. The court in that case called for, there should have been a mistrial. It says that when it's impossible for the trial court by corrective instruction to rectify the harm done by improper testimony, a mistrial must be granted. And again, the issue here is you have a seasoned officer, someone with years of experience testifying. And in Posey, there's really very instructive language from our courts where they say, we reiterate here, I'm sorry, I'm talking too fast.
And too loudly.
Yeah, you know what? I'm going to tone it down. We reiterate here what we said in Boyd. It may well be argued that peace officers are not always well acquainted with our rules of evidence and that statements such as the one here are merely inadvertent. I'm going to stop the quote for a second to say something, which is, again, here we have a peace officer, here we have an investigator who is well seasoned. The quote continues, "But if we refuse to reverse this judgment, then we provide no incentive to district attorneys and solicitors to counsel their witnesses, especially law enforcement officers, to avoid extraneous and inadmissible outbursts. It is high time that this court go on record as opposing without reservation such conduct by law enforcement officers." Posey is exactly on point. Posey calls for a mistrial. This officer should have known better. The state should have properly prepared the witness to not issue, to not blurt out, to not state so clearly that my client was just getting out of prison. It cannot be corrected, Your Honor.
All right. Any last words by the state? Well, actually, never mind. It's the defense's motion, so y'all don't get any last words. All right. I think I am finding that this was not intentionally elicited on the part of the state. However, I also am finding that this witness as a law enforcement officer should have known better than to make any mention of it. It is, however, significant that one of the charges against Mr. Kendrick in this indictment is that he is a convicted felon. Were it not for that, I would grant the mistrial motion. But given that this jury already knows that he's been convicted and is a convicted felon anyway, even without this testimony, I don't think that a mistrial is warranted. I am, however, going to give a curative instruction and as a sanction for this having occurred, that's the end of the testimony from this witness. There's going to be no more testimony from him. So he's done. All right. What I am proposing to say as an instruction is Defendant Kendrick's prior criminal history has no relevance to this case except as to count 63 and should not have been mentioned. Further, this witness, as a former law enforcement officer, should have known better than to make any mention of it. Likewise, Mr. Kendrick's criminal history should not be considered in connection with any of these other defendants or any of the charges against them in this case.
Your Honor.
Yes, sir.
Examine. So it would be a confrontation clause. It would be reversible error. So.
Okay, so you wanted to play that. Why was that important to you?
Because it was funny to me.
Why was it funny?
Because you got put off for trying to be slick.
You think he was trying to be slick?
Yeah. You a seasoned detective, bro. You done been on 2 dozens of trials. You know for a fact you don't supposed to be saying no. Yeah, this right after he got out. You know that for a fact. I don't care how human you is. If I done did this a dozen times, I know for a fact I don't supposed to say certain stuff. And then you know for a fact that you done studied this, practiced this, and went over this before you even came in here. So you know what you're supposed to do and not supposed to do. So I was glad because a lot of them were getting out there like the tips and stuff. They were getting out there and throwing curveballs.
Yeah.
Doing certain stuff they know they don't supposed to be doing.
Right.
Yeah, and someone was getting away with it, and he just one and then he was just too sassy. Like that was so sassy, man. He was too sassy. And you feel like you just knew every song, what every song mean, bro. You don't know what this stuff mean, bro. You don't know nothing about that.
Close the door, y'all too loud.
I don't get it. Why the first day y'all don't want me in here, but you're sitting there switching stuff.
Okay.
Dogs. Clear the scene about my dog. If we F with them, you can't F with me. No, he is not my dog.
First, let's do the thing.
That's it. No, keep going. Keep reading the rest of it.
The rest of it is not my song.
Okay, so the first portion is your song.
Yeah.
All right. But I want you to read the rest of the post up for me.
They said, "How do I feel about this being Doug's first criminal trial?"
That come after this question.
But it don't matter. I'm gonna do it first
Okay.
because it don't require anything.
Okay, go ahead.
I felt like Doug did a good job, being that this was his first case, and honestly, my opinion, I feel like because he had a team, and I feel like his team made him do all the work. I do. I felt like Jay never came to court. Jay made Doug do all the work. Like, you left him out there to
He
do
didn't think
everything.
it was gonna turn out like this.
It don't matter.
No, listen to what I'm saying. Calm down. He didn't want to be embarrassed. He didn't want to guilty.
Bro, listen. When they came, he seen everything was good the last days. Then when you come in there,
That's what I'm telling you.
I don't like that.
I said J. App didn't want his face on it.
Yeah,
He
like,
didn't
I
think
don't
it was
like
gonna
that.
turn out the way it did. So he used Doug because he thought it was gonna be guilty.
And that's how you do a snake. Cause Jay is a snake. Like, you just want that man fate to be ruined. Like, bro, that lame. But Doug did great though. For his first criminal case, he did awesome. Stood up with some sharks and looked the part.
Can I move on?
Yeah.
Even if our position ever come down to being back to back, that's just how we're gonna rock out against whoever with you.
All right. And are there some hashtags?
No slime left behind.
All right. And is that an emoji next to that hashtag?
It looked like a crazy emoji. I never seen that.
Okay. What's the next hashtag?
2 B's.
Do you know what that signifies?
Big business.
All right. And what else does the rest of it say?
Many more blessings and riches, I say.
And is someone tagged?
I don't know who that is. Oh, there's somebody who made some clothes.
All right.
Real feel. I don't know who that is.
Okay. And what else does the rest of the post say for the record?
Thank you for this exclusive ass hat and for this crazy ass one of none hoodie.
And then someone else tagged?
Somebody named Marilyn is totally responsible.
Okay. And when was this post posted?
2020.
All right. Now, the verse that you quoted, your verse, what song is that from?
Dang, I forgot about it. Dang, I don't even remember. Okay. I really don't. I think, is it What Love at?
And was that a song that came out before 2020 or in 2020?
It probably came out in 2020.
Okay. And in looking at this picture, do you know where you and Mr. Stilwell were when you took it?
At the studio.
All right. And do you have a particular studio that you used to go to?
No.
Okay. Where was this studio located?
I can't remember hard, but it looked like geez. I don't remember.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think I remember.
All right, that's fine. Of course, it goes for one moment. Miss Westmoreland.
Oh, what you had on that Christmas tree outfit that day? It looked like a Christmas cloth.
What does no slime left behind mean?
I think that's just what it means. No slime left behind.
I think that's just what it means. No slime left behind.
Let me see.
So loud.
I'm going to show you what's been marked as 37 and admitted.
Oh, that was my mixtape name. That's why he put the hashtag. He was supporting my mixtape.
Your mixtape was No Slime Left Behind.
Yes.
What made you name your mixtape No Slime Left Behind?
Like the No Child Left Behind thing. There's in school.
Okay.
I just named it that. No Slime Left Behind.
And when you were talking about slime, who were you referencing anyone particular?
No, not nobody in particular. No, I just wanted to be different. I just named it that.
We're going to publish 37 and N. Who is in 37 NN?
OG
Where you
Boo.
get that jacket?
OG Boo.
And who is that?
Shannon.
All right. And can you read for the jury the caption?
Read his caption.
Yes.
Said ain't nothing more compatible than a trench. A carbon while in the trenches.
And then is there a hashtag?
Hashtag no slime left behind. Hashtag 2Bs. Life size.
And is there another hashtag?
Free Quay.
She walked right into
Is there another
it.
hashtag on the screen?
Do it.
Oh no.
Your Honor.
It's in this paper
Your
right here.
Honor.
You got me reading.
Your Honor, I have to make a motion.
All right, I'm gonna excuse.
I wasn't looking at the screen. I was looking at this paper.
That's fine, don't worry about it. Can I ask you to step outside for just a minute and jury?
All right,
I'll excuse you all for this minute. Mr. Lee, can you step outside for a minute for me, please? Thank you.
Somebody put my email on TT. Y'all know it.
Hey, we continue.
Good.
Thank you. Mr. Sledge, when was the last?
We don't want to see this. Okay, so Shannon, how did you feel about that moment? That was the end, pretty much.
Yeah.
That's when all the plea deals start coming. But what was you feel? How did you feel about him testifying?
I mean, it was a pointless testimony
Mm-hmm.
because, like, he didn't say shit for real. He actually did a good job.
Mm-hmm.
He caused a mistrial, so that was like a blessing. His testimony was a blessing for me. To me, it was a blessing because he actually did his big one
Mm-hmm.
and caused a mistrial.
Okay, but when he first got up there, how did you feel? Was you nervous? Was there anything he could say that could hurt you?
No,
Okay.
there's nothing he could have said that hurt nobody. Nobody at all.
So pointless.
Yeah. I mean, like, it's the difference. Like, it's the difference. Say the difference. Like, you got some people who got up there on the stand.
They said the fit was cold, Shannon.
What fit?
The Windsor outfit.
You got some people who got up there on the stand who had prior interviews, and you got some people who got up on the stand who didn't ever have an interview, and he was one who never had an interview. So it was like, I mean, when he got up there, like, nobody felt no way because you couldn't harm nobody. But you got a lot of the people who got on the stand had interviews and was talking overly crazy in their interviews.
It's so many moments. We're gonna have to do a part 2. Because this was a good one too. I forgot you told me to play this.
That was one of like a funny moment.
Mr. Bean, were you able to hear the recording?
What type of witnesses they put on the stand?
I heard it, but I still don't remember the conversation though like that. I heard it though.
Did you just hear us talking about this incident of the car careening into the side of the laundromat?
How you said play something, I don't remember though.
And did you hear you explain that the case involving Mr. Dotson was totally dismissed?
I don't recall, sir.
And for you, the case involving the armed robbery or attempted armed robbery or the aggravated assault on Mr. Dotson was dismissed. You pled guilty under Alford to aggravated assault on the 3 police officers and fleeing and attempting to elude. True?
I don't remember.
And then I asked you, was Jeffrey Williams, formerly known as Young Thug, involved in any way, directly or indirectly, with the events involving Mrs. Dotson on September 11, 2013? And you said he was not involved in any way. Did you hear that?
I don't recall, sir.
And
Did he say it already?
then you explained, you just heard that you explained that you qualified it as the detective and police. And I asked you the authorities, the police, the prosecutors, I just made it broad, that they forced Jeffrey Williams into it. Did you hear you say that?
Man, can I get a water or something? I'm so high right now, y'all. I'm about to go sleep on y'all there. I ain't gonna tell you that.
Yes, you may.
How could they allow any of somebody's testimony who said that they was high?
To keep going. They just pulling shit out the head. They don't smell like it.
You need a moment?
Yeah, you need a moment.
Keep the ball rolling.
Okay. Mr. Coco, if you could just show me where you stopped again, remind me. 349.97, Your Honor, play further right from there. All right.
You gotta go to my page to send a
Your
super.
wife was speaking, and at some point around the 11-minute mark, you said they gave us a story to tell. Remember hearing that in research? And can you tell us what that meant?
It was really telling us a lot. Hey, dog man on this.
This can I play my favorite?
No. Go play the part.
How you gonna say no?
Because it ain't about you.
But I wanna play.
Go play the part when they said my cousin made a statement on me. My cousin made a statement on me. Oh, they ain't play that part. I thought they played that part in court.
I said, how do I find it? What?
Thorpe. It's on Thorpe.
I gotta.
And Thorpe said he went to see.
Shannon, that's too hard to find.
All right.
You gotta give me more specific.
I can't.
I gotta go find it. We'll do a part 2. I'll find it for you.
My cousin made a statement.
Did he?
Yes. He made 2 statements.
Okay, so just tell us about what happened.
Tremaine Stilwell.
Okay, and what happened? Go ahead.
Okay, Tremaine Stilwell made 2 statements. He was locked up.
They want to know when it's part 2, so we're gonna give them on part 2, right? Okay, we'll let y'all know at the end. Hold on.
So Tremaine made a statement. His name Tremaine Stilwell. So he made a statement, and he was like, he made 2. First one, he said that he said he was in a park, in McKennerville Park. I walked up on him and his wife, Auntie Lala. Lala passed away long ago, Lala. So he said I walked up on him and Lala and was like, yeah, I just killed somebody. So, first of all, why would I walk up on you and say I just killed somebody? If I was to do, like, what would you be able to do for me? You know what I'm saying? Like, you is one of the begging ass cousin who just be begging, pocket watching and shit like that. Like, so powderhead, he my powderhead cousin. So that was the first statement. He said, yeah, I walked up on him, told him I killed somebody. Him and Lala was in McKennerville Park. And the second statement, we was in jail. He was in the dorm with me. And he said, I think he told him I was in the room. We was in the room together and we were talking about it. Yeah, but they said they contacted Lala and told Lala to come out, and Lala came out and told him like, man, don't believe nothing that nigga say. He's a big liar. He just lie about everything, and don't Shannon. She was like, Shannon ain't told us told me nothing like that, and don't keep contacting me because that nigga a liar. But that was my cousin though, and he was locked up though, and he was trying to find a way out of jail.
They played that.
Hmm?
They played that. I mean, they did.
Yeah,
they
when
Who is it?
Brooke was on there,
Mm-hmm.
they was talking about it. Go.
Okay, this is one of my favorite parts.
That is depicted in Stacy's 8 uniform?
Me,
And what part of your body is depicted in Stacy's 8 uniform?
lower right, from stomach.
The lower right part of your stomach?
Yeah.
Alright. And is that writing on the lower right part of your stomach still on the lower right part of your stomach?
Yes.
What letters are on the lower right part of your stomach as depicted in 8 uniform?
The letters are a L, a I, a N, and an E.
Is there another letter in front of the L?
You would call it a letter?
You don't?
No, that's a snake.
Oh, okay. So what is it that's depicted on your stomach? What word is it?
So I substituted the initial S to spell slime with a snake.
Okay, so it's meant to spell slime.
Yes.
And the word slime, what does it mean?
Good question. That's a good question. So the S is for slug, the L is for love, the I is for I, the N is for me, and the E for everything.
So,
Y'all didn't laugh at that? Y'all didn't think that was funny?
That's a song.
I know. That's why it's so funny. The S is for the L is for. You don't think that was funny? Why not?
Why?
That was hilarious.
That was.
Cause it's a song. He said just like that.
It's slug.
It's for. That's my favorite part. Why do he look so rough? Is he okay? They said that, not me.
Mm-hmm.
He always do like this?
Mm-hmm.
You don't know him? Okay, what else? Anything else? Can we be done?
Mm-hmm.
So they said, can they get a part 2?
Yeah.
Part 2 we can, cause I know some in part 2 we'll definitely play the clip where Whitaker goes off on Love. Thank you for the super chat, and we'll play the clip where Whitaker gets mad at Viverito, and we'll find the part about your cousin, and we'll play. We gotta play Pee Wee Roscoe.
Yeah.
Next one. And his alphabet. That it's so many. Lil D, what about Lil D? They said they want to hear Lil D too.
Hmm?
They said they want to hear Lil D.
Play Lil D.
Yeah.
What Lil D?
He said what Lil D, y'all. Okay. They want part 2. We ain't kept a lot of people on here. We kept 400 people on the whole time. That's good. So we'll do a part 2. This was fun. It was funny. I was looking at some of the comments on TikTok. Oh, that little D.
What Lil D?
The one that testified.
What about him?
Yeah, I guess they want to see some of his testimony. And they said they want a part 3 too. Cause we've been on here 2.5 hours. Okay, so Shannon said he gonna do an interview. He gonna give y'all a part 2. But did you have fun? Is this PTSD for you?
I've been doing therapy, so I'm okay.
Who cares? You could take me back to jail. I don't want to be here. Who said that?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, and we gotta play the clip of Polo. You have to go to my page if you want a super chat. If you want to send a super chat, you have to go to Attorney KB channel. I don't know why Shannon super chat ain't working. So if you want to send some super chats before we get off, they said what happened to Polo. Do you know?
Polo got life and some more years without parole.
Oh, D'Angelo White. Who was that? What's his nickname?
D'Angelo White.
That's the one who said keep take me back to jail.
No, that.
I don't know him. Okay, y'all. Well, thank y'all so much. Okay, they want to see Bruce Harvey.
Bruce Harvey cussing people out every day. He even cussing the judge out. There's one attorney who didn't give a dang on but none.
So he would have did good in jail?
Absolutely. And he would have had his own cell.
Right.
He would have told everybody they can't come in the room with him. He one of them.
Yeah, he told a story about how
if y'all can imagine,
he went to jail. His wife was looking for him. He went to jail on his anniversary.
if y'all can imagine, one of them biker gang gangsters, that's Bruce.
Yeah, he
He's
said
a
he
real
went to
gangster.
jail before. He said it was his anniversary. His wife was looking for him. He got contempt in court. And he was in jail, and his wife was looking for him.
Bruce is a natural born gangster.
All right, say bye to everybody. Thank you. Thank you so much for the super chat. Yeah. We got to play something about Lil Rod, too.
Detroit. They know how I feel about Detroit. Love Detroit.
Why do you love Detroit so much?
Love the D.
What's in Detroit? You never tried to take me there, so what's there?
I'll take Detroit. I'm waiting on the perfect game. Might go for like a little lit ass Lions game.
All right, so y'all stay tuned. We'll put together a part 2. Shannon, maybe he'll be up to doing it on Wednesday, the actual day. You want to do it in 3 days? You don't know. You got something to do?
Probably I have a busy schedule.
Okay. You know we cannot come to Canada. You know Shannon can't come to Canada. You know you can't go to Canada ever, right?
I don't want to go to Canada.
You can't even be charged with a misdemeanor and go to Canada.
Yeah, I'm cool on Canada. I'm cool on Dubai.
You can't go to Dubai?
I'm just cool on it.
Yeah, I thought you went to go to Dubai.
I don't want to go to Dubai for one thing.
Dubai chocolate?
No. I want to zip line over to all the buildings. but I ain't tripping.
They said, "How is YSL Granny?"
She's great. She be coming on my Twitter sometimes. Y'all gotta find her on Twitter. I'm gonna retweet her. I'm gonna retweet her on Twitter when I find her.
Okay. Logging on.